you were looking at author's purpose, because you were using the information that you had in order to try to figure out what the purpose was. So let's go a step further. Let's go a little deeper into inferencing. Drawing conclusions refers to information that's implied or inferred. This means that that information is never clearly stated. That means it's not explicitly written. Okay? You're going to have to infer what has been implied. You as the reader are to infer what the author, what the writer has implied. Now what I want you to know here is that when you infer, you go beyond the surface details. When you infer, you go beyond the surface details. So I'm not just looking at what's on the page. I, as a reader, am trying to figure out, is the author communicating anything else to me besides what I see? Is there something here to be figured out? And if so, I'm going to use these clues. Gregarious. Those who enjoy belonging to clubs, going to parties, and inviting friends, often to their homes for dinner, are gregarious. Now, all of those are examples of what type of events or functions. Fun, social, right? So those who enjoy going to clubs, going to parties, and inviting their friends over to their homes for dinner are often sociable, friendly people, right? Okay, often social, friendly people. Okay, and when we say belonging to clubs here, a part of social organization, all right, we're able to infer the meaning of the word gregarious based on the information that's surrounding it. We may not have known what gregarious meant when we saw it in the sentence initially, but when we looked at the words around the words that we don't know, then we could make an inference about what that term means. What are some of the words around the words that I don't know? What are some words that you will use in that sentence?
Friends.
Okay. Socializing with friends. Do you see anything else? I want something that's explicitly stated. Because when I infer, I'm using implied information. But I can use what's explicitly stated in order to infer what is implied.
Enjoy.
Okay? Let's take a look up there. People who enjoy. What does enjoy mean? To have fun. Okay, so people who enjoy, what else? Enjoy doing what? What does your sentence say? I want you to use your information. What does your sentence say, Desiree?
Enjoy.
Okay. Enjoy belonging to clubs. So people who belong to clubs are usually what type of people? Usually what type of people?
Party people.
Okay, well, they may be party people, but they enjoy socializing or being around other people, right? If they belong to organizations, they belong to clubs. What else do you see? What other information? Yes, sir.
Inviting friends.
Okay, inviting friends over. You got to be pretty sociable in order to invite others over, right? What else do you see? Desmond. Okay, going to parties. So those who belong to clubs, go to parties, and enjoy inviting people over are usually gregarious. So we can infer that the meaning of gregarious is what?
Social.
To be sociable. Okay, excellent. All right, and that's what you do. You do one. I've done one. We've done one together. Now you do one. Read the sentence in red. Think about the underlined term. Okay. Read it aloud for me, Alexia. what credence means. May not have known it when you first approached the sentence, but now you know what it means because here you know how to break the sentence down. Remember, as a review, I'm the reader, and I'm going to infer what the author, the writer, has implied. I'm the reader, and my job is to infer what has been implied. In order to make an inference, in order to make a solid inference, I've got to use my words around my words that I don't know in order to figure out what it means. I now know what credence means. It means what?
Belief.
Belief. Okay? Belief. I now know what tomorrow means. It means what? Okay? To be afraid, because it's the opposite of fearless, right? Now you have two new vocabulary terms in your vocabulary that you can use because you now know what they mean. Okay? Any questions? Are there any questions?